Hello, it's me, Zacharias. How you doing? I want to talk about the. I hope this video does not come off 'cause I had to delete some files on my computer since YouTube does not allow people to record on their stupid doggone webcam. You know what I'm saying? So it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? There's not people don't use it, but there's a lot of folks that use it because we have a lot of data on our computers and we want to use the YouTube data since we have their account. Um, Sorry to talk like this. Um, I've really been a little sick since the weather been changing. You know, I have allergies and asthma, so I didn't have asthma attack, but I had allergies. So I'm here to talk about diversity in the Oscars and the Jada Pickett situation. I'm for the boycott. As you know, I'm a multiracial person of African American, American, and French Creole descent, which is something that makes me black, white, and American. Okay. I don't deny my roots. I don't know what one drop black blood makes you whole, which no longer lost since 1967. With Love vs. Virginia case that allowed all interracial marriages to be legal. Okay, I don't go along with blood quantums. Okay, I do believe whatever in your roots makes who you are, because it wasn't for the black and the white and the Native American to come together, even though they may be rape, whatever they happened back today. I always say that God turns his curse into blessings. That's why I'm here today. Okay, listen to Deuteronomy. I'm not the purpose of the world, but I read that in Deuteronomy. Okay, um, and so since I do identify as multiracial, this affects me because I've been bamboozled as an aspiring at model because I don't deny my roots and I choose not to play stereotypical roles. As a person of African descent and then a person of color as well, but some is American, Hollywood always use stereotypes to make fun of people of color, whether it be a person African American, Latino, Asian American, Arabian. Okay, but they always get the good old white person, So, and I don't look white. This is I am mixed white. I don't look white. I can't pass. Okay, so point is, the term pass for white. So point is, I'm with Jada Pickett. Jada Pickett. I think she's and besides African American, she meets with French, she meets a Creole like Jamaican and Irish, something in her background as well. And I think she had Native American as well. Um, her mother's mixed up. I don't know about father, so, but and she feels that people in the African American community, people of color, should boycott the Oscars. I'm for it. Hollywood is claimed to be liberal. I'm a liberal, and I know what liberal is and what it's not. It's not all that liberal. Okay. It is used a title to get money. Um, and I'm for like what Tyler Perry did. I don't care about him playing Medea. Okay, he did a good job making his own company. That's why I'm going to school for entrepreneurship. I have my own company. And man, it's tougher for me because I refuse to deny who I am. You know, and refuse to go along with the one drop rule and blow quantum and go over society. Say, well, he is black, just go along with it. But no, I'm a multiracial person. My parents has mixed DNA. They not pure black. They parents not pure black. Those one drop rules and blood quantum and other hypodecents was used in racist sense to deny who you are so they can suppress white supremacy. Okay, like one drop rule. If you had one drop black blood, you was a slave. Jim Crow, you was not opportunity. Okay, you was exactly. Okay, that stuff. All right. So none of those things were positive. The one drop rule and blood quantum and all that other BS that United States used, and then it's like 2000. We started to allow people to check more than one box on the census. I did. Okay, so and I mean, like for myself, at my job, there's a two races, a more category. I checked that as well. So, but point is, um, America sometimes, and I know that I'm offend people, and also my late grandfather was a veteran. It makes me want to stomp the American flag sometimes. And I know I'm gonna sound anti-patriotic, but if this BS can go along, I wouldn't have to have that type of feeling. And as I was saying, is that what happened? Okay, I took a picture of that. Lord have mercy. Okay, never mind. Um, as I was saying, um, it's sad that you can't do a job in America that claims to be free, and you have a lot to do with discrimination. Have to deal with discrimination in Hollywood. It's a lot of discrimination. When I go on casting sites, they're always looking for a white person. Okay, and if they're looking for someone of color, it's stereotypical roles. It's the expectation. Is no, I'm my own person. I don't like to go along with stereotypes. I don't like to be pigeonholed. But a lot of people, and it's sad that people of color, and I do criticize that, that many of us go along with stereotypes just to please people. I'm talking about being your own person. Please, no, I do this because I want to do it on my own to please myself. I don't like to please other people. I dealt with that. I lived a major depression and even suicide growing up, trying to please people. For example, my voice is high. No, I do not sleep with men. I never had sex with a man, so I do not want to have sex with a man. I like to get married to a woman. Okay, my voice is naturally high, and I refuse to change it because people want me to be a total deep voice or to please them. Yeah, for Muro, I would tell a deep voice, but once that job is done, I'm gonna be myself. You know what I'm saying? And for example, so it gets on my nerves that people do not allow individuality. And I ain't talking about in a group sense, like in collective. I'm talking about in individual sense. We know one cannot be their own person. Um, in reality, people do not always go along with the trends or whatever. For example, my hair is relaxed. Okay, so I chose to do it on my own. People hate it on both sides. Okay, I refuse to live how I want to live my life. I'm not living. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm not living my life for someone else just to please somebody. Maybe put a smile, but not put a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? So they, it sounds they could call me selfish, but they're the one who's being selfish, trying to make someone live their life for them. You know what I'm saying? So, but in Hollywood, it's just like that. They don't show, movie roles. And I'm gonna tell you, I love Straight Outta Compton. Don't get me wrong, but the reason why that movie was because they wanted to see us being gangster rappers. Okay, um, and it was a good movie. It's just because it's about a true story. Okay, if it was a made up story, it would probably good. But since I wanted to see, that's why it became. But if he goes to like Will Smith, does not play stereotypical roles, they're not gonna give him, a Academy Award. It's sad that, and like they were saying, ever since Lupita Nyong'o, who's Afro Mexican, her parents from Kenya, she's born in Mexico, when she won Academy Award 2 years ago, it's like, okay, well, we're gonna make this, we already gave them a dark skinned Afro Latina woman, what I'm saying, to get this, can you make no complaints? She was born in Mexico, so culture make her Hispanic, and she's African descent, so African Americans can say. So we're going, that's exactly what they did. I'm glad they gave him the Pizza Yoga Academy Award, but they should continue with the diversity. You know what I'm saying? Don't discontinue it to make it all white. You know what I'm saying? And I already don't watch the Academy Awards unless it's someone that's famous. That I like on there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the last time I watched the Academy Award was when um, Monique won and Precious and Gabrielle Sadode. I was hoping that she was winning. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy for Sandra Bullock, but I really wanted Gabrielle Sadode to win because I think I would prefer her over Monique. I'm glad Monique won, but the movie role her playing an abusive mother, I mean, it's like they want to give awards as being like, for example, Halle Berry. Of course she's mixed. She considers herself, you know, black, but she played a stereotypical role. She was beat up, this financial mama, beating up on her child. You know what I'm saying? She slept with a white man, and I'm not saying the racial relations is wrong because I'm multiracial myself. But the white man she slept with was the one who's a racist who killed her black husband. You know what I'm saying? P Diddy, okay, and you know what I'm saying. Next thing, he started out to be racist no more after sleeping with her, and his dad don't like that. Okay, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? She was beating up on her, you know what I'm saying? And just I didn't like the fact how she was beating up on her seriously. Made me want to come out. I love Tyler Berry, but made me want to come out with our own thing and her side of here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all because he was a fan, you know. So, and then, it's the first time she ever took her clothes off, got butt naked and then she went to war. Says a lot about Hollywood. So anyway, my point is, I'm glad Jada Pickett is boycotting the the what's it called it the Oscars. And the reason why I'm glad is because we need to make a statement. People saying why are we always begging for the Oscars with our song Bow Show, and let me explain something. Okay, yeah, we should have our own shows, which that's what we're going to entrepreneurship. I'm not trying to make it segregated for only people of color, but I do want to feature people who identify as multiracial in the media, just so our voices can be heard. And I'm not talking about only expectational mixed race people. Like they always say, with one parent is that mixed race people who are multiracial like myself need a voice too. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wants to deny their roots, go along with the stupid society, and live for someone else, pretending to be multiracial just to please somebody else because they uncomfortable with knowledge that there's diversity within our roots. You know what I'm saying? And they 9, 10 have diversity in their roots and not comfortable with themselves, so they want us to go along and feel comfortable who we are just to please them. I don't want to, I want to make a talent agency for everybody. That's one thing, especially in the area I'm from, Houston. Affordable. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you can't pay for a job that's illegal, but make classes affordable. I also want to feature all races, all colors, you know what I'm saying, all skin tones. If we can't work in one market, I'll work with you. And I always tell, like I told my homegirl, it was a fine dark skin system. I told her she was a college student a couple years ago, and she said she couldn't find no work in Houston because she was a dark skinned model. And they're looking, they look for black women who are dark skinned, dark brown skinned. And I told her, I said, you know what, ask your agent to take you outside America because they're dark skin people of dark brown skin, especially Africans. They're getting recognized all over the globe. You know what I'm saying? America is still stuck with that blonde, pale, blue eyed person. Okay, you know what I'm saying? One thing I liked about on Tyra Banks show, she was telling when she first had her America's Top Model, she was telling the blonde hair chick to put her hair in a ponytail. She said because the blonde hair beauty was like in California, but when we were working international, it's not always blonde hair and blue eye. So, and for example, Naomi Campbell, she's dark skinned and she's a mix too. She mixed with Chinese. Her dad was, both her parents Jamaican. Her dad was part Chinese. Um, as a person that makes, I dream about people mix hairs. Okay, she became the first acting model in French Vogue. Okay, and she's a beautiful dark skinned woman. Okay, um, you know, although she acts crazy sometimes, but I do love me some Naomi Campbell, and I was so happy, and I was telling people, and not just people who are dark skinned, people who do look acting to get outside of America, extra Asian to go international, because say it's sad that people are still stuck with Eurocentric beauty. If you look close to it, you know, you don't have to be pale skin. I'm caramel skin. You know what I'm saying? I don't, I'm probably get discriminated too. But I know if I was a dark skin, dark brown skinned man, it'd be hard. Although you have Tyson Bev, who's mixed with Asian as well, but he's dark skinned. He also mixed with Filipino, Panamanian. That's Hawaiian. I mean, that's Hawaiian. He's Hispanic. Excuse me, I'm trying to say. But you know, he's popular. He's still popular at 40 some years old. You know what I'm saying? There's more props to my brother. It's one of my role models. I look up to Tyson Belfort, and Shamar Moore as well. But he went international, and I think that's better to start just looking in the United States market and go international. That's one thing porque yo hablo español. Cause I know I ain't talking about I love Tejano music and I'm not knocking Tejano music down, but I know that's gonna be hard because I'm not saying all Chicanos, but you have Chicanos who are very we call it ethnocentric as well. Um, so I'm not for it. I'm for the boycotting, but to have everything on your own and only hire your own, that type of mentality, I'm not for it. That's racist, okay? I do want to make an example of what I believe in, and I do believe in diversity. It's things I makes, okay, and divide, okay? But it's hard to be unless there's somebody in the Tejano industry, they want somebody of color, who's not, they're color too, but want somebody who's not Hispanic, especially not Mexican, to sing their music. And I said, well, I'm going to go to outside the United States. It's like in Latin America, where they see the word because I know it, especially in my own person, when I sing in Spanish, Latino immigrants love that. Latinos who are born here, I'm sorry to say this, have a problem with what I do. But they like hip hop music. Anyway, in R&B, okay? So point it, and they listen sing it too. But point is, that's what I'm saying. So I prefer to get out of the United States because, I'm sorry, it's the best country in the world. Yes, those racist people, especially racist of color, yeah, because I tell some brother on social media who's very Afrocentric, very black nationalist. I don't believe in that. He was attacking me from me if I'm also multiracial. I'm also lying to his brother too. He was a dark skinned brother. And when I said America was a racist country, had the Ariana Grande era too. You know what I'm saying? Before Ariana Grande said what she said, which I do back her up. Not about the Donald situation, but Americans, I'm sorry, unless American can prove me wrong, a lot of Americans get on my nerves. Okay, I'm American, I can say this. Okay, they're disgusting in the mind. When it comes to race. She didn't say about race, but I use it in that term. And you say it was the best country in the world. Best country. Okay, brother, you gonna attack me about this and that, but don't you understand that if we walk down the street, a police officer can kill us? You know what I'm saying? That's not best country. Okay, so point is, I mean, sad that our people of African race, and other people of color had to fight with dogs, being chased and get spit on by white racist people, and you know what I'm saying, to argue against some freedom. America has a lot of dirty past. I don't care what anybody say. America's not a Christian country. I don't care what anybody say. It's not. All that stuff would not be going on if it was. Okay. So point is, that's why I said, well, when I get money, I'm going to keep my citizenship here, especially since I'm mixing America. This is my country compared to a pure white person. But I would like to get outside the United States and travel and become famous there. Um, you know, I'm not gonna be a cookie cutter and be pleasing to people, especially a person who don't really like me, who I am for who I am as an individual. They want me to be some this other person that I don't want to be up to, live up to. That's not me. Okay, I'm my own person, and I define how I want to live my life. And so that's how I reason why I'm for the boycott, because since I'm a unique person and I'm not the cookie cutter image, and I'm not this other stuff. Of course, I'm gonna get um, people understand. Let me explain something also too to people. Speaking of mixed heritage, and claim it, people have said, "Well, you're using it marketing too." No, I'm gonna use it non-marketing. Now I'm gonna use it for today I die, not because of marketing. Yeah, I don't make a lot of money. I still identify as mixed. Okay, but do you know that a person who do identify as multiracial uh, gets more leads than a person who is mixed? Well, people. Let me say something. People who are more who mixed, whether they light, dark, whatever, look, whatever, get more roles. If they identify themselves as one race, not the races than those who are proudly admitting their mixed heritage. For example, this is Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, when she first came out, said that she was black, Venezuela, which is Hispanic, and white, Irish. Okay, but as her career went up and then she got older, she left Tom Mottola. She started showing more skin. Okay, and then when that Glitter movie went down, okay, and she left because she left Sony. She went with Virgin Records, and then when she went with now she's with Island Def Jam. Okay, now she's saying she's black. And I'm sorry to say this, it's money issue. Okay, you know, she not denying who she is just to please people. Okay, remember she was my role model. I followed her. That was my woman. I was mad that Nick Cannon married her, not me. Okay, but I would never deny my roots just to please somebody to make some sales. I'm sorry to say it. I don't make no money right now. I make money working $9 an hour, not 7.25. Okay, but I'm not gonna deny my roots. Period. I'm not selling my soul like that. You know what I'm saying? I have my own standards, how I want to live my life. I'm not gonna buy down to somebody else's stupid standards that I don't see nothing point of, and else it's a false point anyway on their part. That's to please them. So Hollywood has discriminated me a lot. When I first got into trying to be here in Texas, very racist here, and I ain't talking about just white racist people. It's people of color, Latino identify, Hispanic identify, whatever, Black identify, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's mixing those categories, but still, they want you to live a cookie cutter stereotype. One thing they will bitch, sorry to cuss, about stereotypes being on television, but they don't want to promote it. They don't when it's a person who does not live the stereotypical image they think of, whether it's black or Hispanic or whatever or white. They will bash that person who does not live that stereotypical image. Excuse me. But if a person who does, and you have people who don't live that way, who would dumb down in order to live a stereotypical image to get some roles. For example, when you use gangster rap, you ever heard the term studio gangsters? Okay, you have people who never became a gangster, who live privileged, end up becoming gangsters, and because after making a record, I mean before making a record label, when they sign a contract, can order sell an image in order to get money because people perceive them as thugs and gangsters in order to get some money. You have a person who will never use the word nigga, which I hate that word, but when they get famous, nigga this, nigga that, my nigga is that. Okay, they'll make that money. And of course, white racist people would let us see somebody who, African American, who use a word that was used against us to make us feel inferior, to make us feel low, to make us to discriminate us, and to make us seem unhuman, and for let's say popularize, actually glorify that, glamorize that word and call themselves that so they can sell. Because like, dang, it wasn't long ago, a couple years ago, you had to add that word at a party was integrated. Now you go to, like, went to the New Year's Eve party. Now you hear everywhere was nigga. I was like, hoping nobody don't say that word around me who was not of African American descent. Okay, because it irked me. Okay, and even if they were African American, just still I hate that word. You know what I'm saying? So point is, it's like you have to live a falsehood in order. I mean, that they post on you in order to sell records. You can't be real. You can't speak your own mind. Like all this, what I say on my channel is not scripted. No, it's not paying me. This is my real self. I'm not going to dumb down and be somebody else's other image that people want me to be. You know what I'm saying? I create my own image, how I want to live my life. So Hollywood does not want to see that. Hollywood wants to see a stereotypical. I mean, for example, if I wanted to go to Hollywood and um, cut this hair and talk with a deep voice, and what I'm saying, that's not me. That's not me. I have my own way how I want, my own individuality. You know what I'm saying? And Hollywood does not want to see that. So that's why I support the boycott, because instead of Hollywood, because I'm getting tired of Hollywood always want to cast somebody of color in stereotypical roles. Stereotypical roles. It'll never be a person who does not fit the stereotype, uh, who is of color, who the Hollywood, the people out there can see. Because the media, let me tell you something, the media has a powerful tool to well, not educate, sometimes it's miseducation as well, but to brainwash people. And what I mean, I'm not with that Illuminati mind control. But for example, we'll use Michael Jackson. People 10 years ago, before he died in 2009. 10 years ago, people was calling him a pedophile. People making fun of his virago change. People making fun of everything else. Talking about he wanted to write all this other stuff. Now, since he's dead, the same folks are saying, well, you got some folks who still say stuff about him, but many people, oh, he was a good artist, and yeah. But no one never apologized. The media never apologized for making him look like that way when he wasn't. All the stuff they said. Okay. Um. So the media has a lot to brainwash people instead of them giving the whole truth. They want to cut some truth and put some false hood in it and mix it so people can bring brainwash and actually believe the story. You know what I'm saying? When the story has been tainted, it's been twisted, and that's one thing I do not like about how the media runs. Um, for example, Hitler did it with the Jews. He made the media look like the propaganda was to make Jews look like the bad people. Not to bring them at the perfect Catholic Christian world, but when there's child abuse scandals in Protestant churches, and it's a whooping percent that the media does not show in Protestant churches with ministers molesting girls and boys. Okay, Protestant ministers, and including evangelical. I want to come up with the liberal stuff, talking about this liberal and the mainline. No, you got even millions of people who do it too. Okay, but when the scandal broke out in 2002, the media tainted every priest to be a pedophile when that's just not true. Not every Catholic priest is a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying every white man is a part of the Ku Klux Klan or a Nazi. You know what I'm saying? So the media, because we live in a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant country, even though that the religion, the figures show that there's more of us who are not Protestant. compared to those who are, talking about as Americans, okay? Because a lot of the immigrants from, Latin America, Africa, and Asia coming here in Europe as well who are not Protestant, okay? So, but still, the propaganda, like for example, Hollywood, white people will be the minority, become the minority, but they still show only white folks at the Oscars and movies and stuff. You get my point? So they still have power in this country, okay? So that's the reason why, and I have to use those examples. So the propaganda they're trying to show, unless you buy into the statistical propaganda to that you're a thug, you this and that, you're uneducated, um, you're more likely to get roles. For example, we use Stephen Fletchett. Stephen Fletchett was a statistical character that taught this. He was a brother, this black African American man African American descent, was taught dumb, stupid, from the white folks, be submissive. Do you know the brother who played Stephen Fletcher was the highest paying Coco black actor in Hollywood during the Jim Crow days? Yes. Yes. Okay. This man was filthy rich. This remind me of hip hop. Yes. Because hip hop, before hip hop came up, was not about shooting, killing, and bitches and hoes and nigga this and that. Okay. Hip hop was clean. It was in the hood, but they rapped about, battles and stuff. And one thing about the movie Straight Outta Compton showed the truth is that yes, there was the first time them ever talked about killing and murdering and drug dealing was, and it was about their life, what they saw in reality, because it was not the East Coast where they was living in the hood, but they wasn't, it wasn't extreme compared to, I mean, to my knowledge, I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, correct me. There was killing and police brutality in the East Coast, but them folks I guess saw a different aspect of it compared to those in the West Coast. So when Eazy came out with his, Eazy and Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and DJ Yella, when they came out with their own, record label, Jerry Heller, whatever his name is was I'm sure it probably was the ones who was driving the fact to make these brothers, be the stereotypical image, be the thugs, the gangsters and stuff. This was their reality, okay? But it was a drive and start to make a propaganda to make hip hop look like a bad thing. Because, for example, when I was growing up, I didn't listen to hip hop. I didn't. I listened to R&B and pop. My grandparents and my dad's side family hated rap, and I grew up hating it too until I got older when they had MC when I was about 9, 10 years old. They had I did like some Rum DMC and the Fat Boys and some Beastie sometimes, but not that too much. I hated the Beastie Boys too, you know what I'm saying? Cause my grandparents fed me that rap was bad, okay? It was the ghetto type of thing. But the rap music was clean. You know, when LA Coach came out, he was clean. He was kind of shocking. Um, when MC Hammer came out, that's when I started liking rap. Um, and I, saying, and I did like the Gangsta Lean because it was like for us teenagers at the time, Gangsta Lean was like, and I wasn't a gangster, but I did want to dress the part, look the part, and also if and I was getting bullied at school, and I was a snitch, so I did go tell the teachers whatever. They didn't do SSIT. Sometimes the police are in the SSIT, sometimes the police also turn against you. You know what I'm saying? When you're the good two shooter in the school and you're the victim, I said, okay, well, Master Moan, if y'all want to eat donuts and I do your doggone job, yeah, I'll go join the game. I didn't join the game, but I was going to join the game because I was on the east side of Harris County. I wasn't leave the east side and betray my side because I was getting bullied, okay, by black and brown, okay, and so white, so well, okay, gangsters, and go on the southwest side, okay, and join their clique. And if they do something to me, I do, call my homeboys, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had that mentality, okay? You gonna bully me, you gonna threaten me, because I was threatening my life in school by gangsters, and so, like, okay, we'll I go ahead, man, we'll blow your head out, okay? We'll make sure your family not around, we'll just get you know what I'm saying? you know. So, but I didn't want to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be, prison term and all that other stuff. So it wasn't about a race issue. It was a protection issue, you know. taxpayer money for the cops to protect you, but they don't want to do shit. They want to sit there on their ass, but they want to get you when they want to get you and take advantage of you. That's what we saw then. Okay, you know. So there was some cops that do their job, but we had those, but there was no witness protection. You know, if you did snitch, you don't want your family getting shot. You know what I'm saying? You don't want none of that other stuff and get blamed because you open your mouth. So a lot of stuff I did kept in. And then also too, my family sometimes blame me for the situation because I wasn't all that macho. You know what I'm saying? That type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't even want to discuss with them that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're betrayal. So that's the reason why I thought about going gang. You know what I'm saying? Meet new people outside of the community I was in. There was different money. They would set me as an individual. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't happen. But that was just you know, be on it. That's the idea when we be a gangster was not about a race over because I got one job, but I had to be a thug. No, I hate that attitude. That was just only for protection. You know, it never happened, but that was my plan. You know, leave the other side of town and I get out the east side of Harris County and go to the southwest side, Houston, and join the cliques there. And then and then I'm sorry, there's some beautiful girls back then when I was in school, but a lot of beautiful women in the southwest side. Everybody said there was a bunch of hoes. That sorry to say it like that. That's easy to say to do. So I said, no, still they look good and more classy compared to the ones in my school. Shoot. They did because I had female friends, but it was a lot of stuck up girls that I couldn't go get a date with. And I wanted to get away from my school and go outside and meet some chicks that actually love me for who I am, and you know, it just I like the idea of relocating to meet someone that's different compared to being in a regional area because their town is against you, but they want to be a friend when they see you after you graduate high school. Okay. Anyway, point is, but that's the point of it. It wasn't about a race issue. Okay. I knew that the stereotype was there, but it was for protection because, like I said, laws wouldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, but they would not do that in order to protect you when you get bully at school and you're trying to follow the rules, you're trying to get education, you're trying to make something in your life, but these folks here can do whatever they want to and you're not picking on them, but you'll pick on me. You know what I'm saying? So, a whole nother subject. The point is, as long time I like rap music, it does bring memories listening to Snoop Dogg back today. But I do, it's like I have a love hate relationship when it comes to as an adult now. I hate the fact that Hollywood use men of African American descent and Hispanic men, because we're men of color, uh, to and get these dogs out of here. Shoot. Sorry, if you would pay I want to get these pit bulls and shoot them. I'm sorry because that's why I don't care about I'm not cool to animals. I love animals, but when they're trying to attack people, whatever, just like a human being, you deserve to defend yourself. Anyway, point is, so y'all can go ahead and try to ban me, whatever. Okay, point is, um, but when it goes to Hollywood, I have to say this: those roles, like for example, Gerardo. I mean, not Gerardo. Gerardo, the rapper, not Gerardo Rivera. Gerardo, the Ecuadorian guy who plays Rico Suave, who's saying Rico Suave, he became a rapper and he did not sell that much because he was not sort of stereotypical gangster thing. He starts rapping in Spanish and then he started becoming exec for Insco Records. And then later he became a minister. Okay. Um, Gerardo Mejia said the only roles they would give him because he was Latino was gangster roles. And that's one thing I hate about Hollywood because I have to talk to people. One thing about and as a person I get tired of besides white race people the stereotype us is minority stereotype each other. I have to tell people in the African American descent community and white that not all Latinos are drug cartels, gangsters, thugs. And I have to remind them They see the racist people see us as that way. You might say you're not like that, and I say the same thing. I ain't no thug. I don't call myself no nigga and everything. But when you do it to other people, you're no different than the person who's doing it to you. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Hollywood did that because I know Latinos who are not gangsters, who don't get drunk, okay, who don't act as I do correct Latinos who say that about each other because, excuse me, I'm maybe not Latino, but I hung around those who don't act like you. Okay, um, it's shocking that I tell people Latino and other races uh, that I don't call myself a nigga. Okay, they some are educated, we're mixed, but they shocked that I acknowledge it and admit it. You know, um, it's sad that and it's due to media in Hollywood just limiting sources of who as a people as American society, um, who we are as a people individually. I'm not a collective person. I'm just telling you, I'm not a collective person. I've been backstabbed from everybody, no matter what their race is, so I'm not a collective person. And I'm not gonna back down because the backstab is just to make each other maybe conform to their idea. No, not do that. That's why I don't let nobody, human tell me what to do. I don't trust no human all the time. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I have lack of, you know, uh, trust with people. Okay, and if you mistreat me, I know you're not trustworthy. So, the point is, um, it gets on my nerves, so I have to educate people. And so Hollywood does this a lot. I'm tired. I love Margaret Child. Margaret Child, she's Korean. She had her own show, all Asian show, and it may have a little